Our second selection sees 3rd place Newcastle playing host to 13th place Everton. At Newcastle, they were beaten by Arsenal down in London in their last match, a game which saw the Gunners lock up 2nd place in the Premier League, and the match was settled by Declan Rice's goal in the second half. His right-foot strike from the outside of the box beat Pope at the far post, and from there on out, Arsenal managed to hang on for the clean sheet and the 1-0 win. When we take a look at the numbers though, we can see that the scoreline doesn't quite reflect Newcastle's relative dominance in the game. They created 3 times the amount of big chances compared to their hosts, and their XG was around 3 times greater also. If it wasn't for some fine goalkeeping from Raya, I'm sure Newcastle would have managed to take at least a point back to Tyneside. When we take a look at the form, this result broke a 3-game unbeaten run for Newcastle. Their form faltering of late and it's quite mixed, 1 win, 1 draw and 1 defeat over the last 3 Premier League games. They host an Everton side who played their last match at Goodison Park against Southampton at the weekend. There was a lot of celebration and fanfare around the match, and fortunately this did translate into the game. Illiman and Dye bagged a first half brace to hand the Toffees a 2-0 win. In a match, when we take a look at the numbers, we can see that they did dominate, with double the amount of shots, double the amount of big chances, and then double the amount of expected goals compared to the Saints. In terms of form, it is now back-to-back wins for Everton, and they are now unbeaten in their last 3 Premier League games. When we take a look at the head-to-head records, the last encounter between these sides did finish goalless, but that's not the full story. Anthony Gordon had his penalty saved in the 35th minute, and Newcastle poured on a lot of pressure from this point onwards. They created 14 shots and an XG output of 2.05. It won't surprise anyone who watched the game to see that Jordan Pickford managed to pick up the man of the match performance. His 3 saves, one of which was the penalty, and a clean sheet. Longer term, this result does make it back-to-back draws between these sides, and Everton are unbeaten in the last 3 encounters. My prediction for today's game is that Newcastle need to win this match in order to guarantee Champions League football, because if they were to lose and Chelsea, Villa and Manchester City all win on the final day, the Magpies could fall down as far as 6th place in the league. As such, they need to pick up a positive result and preferably a win in order to safeguard that from happening. And I think they've got an excellent chance of doing so against an Everton side who will be on an emotional come-down after saying goodbye to Goodison Park, and they're essentially on the beach as they look forward to next season. All of these factors considered, I'm going to back Newcastle to pick up the win for a full stake here in bet number 2.